Hey guys, it's me, Kelly. How you guys doing today? Okay, a few things we're going to discuss today, and this is about our mixed media. So this is the second part of our mixed media canvas. I made these glue stencils. Now, this is for everybody who cannot go out and buy, stamps, who cannot go out and buy stamps, who want to do this or do some sort of Christmas card or Christmas whatever. I will say this. Cynthia McCoy did her trees when I had first put my other video out on how to do these things. And she made these adorable little trees out of glue when she posted it and tagged me on her page, which I was quite grateful. So obviously, I'm stealing her idea. I'm giving her credit because I do believe in giving people credit for what they do. And so that's what I did. So they're going to be used as stamps. And what I'm going to do is, and I don't know if she could make a video or not, because I'm okay with mine because, you know, they're kind of, you know, this one's kind of more of a shape. So I won't probably be using this one. This one kind of, I flattened it because I thought, oh, let me flatten it. No, it'll give it. Now you see how on the end here, like you could take your heat gun once it's cooled, the glue itself, like this piece is cooled, and you can straighten up those pieces that, you'll just have little strings you have to get at the end. And then you get this it straightens everything up. So that I might use with my ink pad. And then this one came out the best, which isn't saying much, but I always use the side that I put down. Like I'm going to do a demo real quick, but, I do this, and then once I peel it up, I always use this side to stamp because it's flat. And forgive me, Cynthia, as I screw up your tree thing. I also made this. I was sitting here playing, and all it is a bunch of squares inside of squares, and then I did a few circles and some weird things on it. And then, as you can see, when you turn it over, it's the flat side. This isn't going on there. This will be going on something else that I'm doing, but I love making stamps out of this. And I thought, you know, so many people, you know, can't afford to go out and buy stamps or stencils or whatever, especially when it's just for a holiday. So I thought, Cynthia, I'm stealing your idea, but I will give you credit. Now, all I did was I took my glue gun. This is a high temp, but it's just the $4.99 glue gun, nothing spectacular. And glue guns are hard for me to use sometimes, so you just kind of start here. You want to go slow and make it as fat as you want, you know, as you can. And then it's kind of like a Z. And I think hers were probably closer than I made mine. But if your glue doesn't go out, you just go over it. And you make the next part a little bit more. And then you keep making it. It's just like the Z thing. And you make it, you know, and then you put your little thing. And then your little trunk. And then you can go back with your glue gun and go over parts that aren't as thick as... Because when you do these, you want them fairly thick. That's why I usually flatten them. Now, that's what it looks like. I'm not saying it's beautiful. But what's cool is, like I said, you can go in with your glue gun and kind of shape it. So you get like the points, like you see how I'm not having my points here, but if I take my gun in while it's hot, and make sure you're using a non-stick surface, but you can definitely get all that off, and then like right here, and you want to make sure everything's connected. I like to make them thick, you know, go over it one more time, make it a little bit thicker, just so it's a little bit sturdier, so that I don't... I also like to flatten. Should you flatten? I don't know. But, you know, like this, I might thin out just a little bit. And you can also wait till this is completely dry and cooled, the glue on your thing, and you peel it up and then go with your heat gun and do it. And you can straighten it up and do all that. So we'll give that a second to dry. Okay. So that's an idea, like I said, to make your own stamps for this thing. for our mixed media Christmas one. Let me unplug this with my feet because I'm so fancy. So let me set this over here. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to take, you can use your acrylic paints with these. You can use your stamp pads. You can use watercolors, whatever you have. Also, which I won't do on this video, I will be adding, these are the, I think, 3x3s that I cut out of the snowflakes. And once I stamp, I'm going to stamp with dark green. You can stamp with whatever color you want, or if you don't want to do trees and you want to do something else, you can, definitely. But then once I get the trees stamped and all on it, and then we'll come back. And what I'm going to do is I'll stamp the trees on, and then I'm going to glue my snowflakes down. I'll probably put like one here, you know, them all over. And then I'm going to take clear, like, glitter, like colored glitter glue, like stickles or glitter glue. Not sure what color. I might just do the iridescent, or maybe, yeah, probably the iridescent. And I'll probably go over these, all the snowflakes that I put on here, and then leave it dry until we go on to the next thing. So that when you see this again, I will be, I'll stamp today, and then after I get the stamping set and done, then I'm going to glue on my snowflakes. And I'll take a picture, so when I go to the next video, you'll see, okay, this is after it's stamped, this is after I have the snowflakes on, so you'll see the progression of it, because it's kind of boring to sit and watch me glue paper snowflakes on the paper. So that's where that's going. So I want to give you a heads up. So if you're doing it with me, you can also do that, you know, too. Okay, so this is nice and cool. And then you just peel it up. It comes up off of your craft mat easily. You can use also parchment paper to do it on. And you can see where I tried to clean up the glue and all. Now you can just pull that off. It comes off very simple, and all those little strings. And on top here, let's see if you can see where it's like thicker, you know, where I kind of cleaned it up a little bit. You just go and you pull it off. It's kind of therapeutic in a sense. And then you have all those little glue strings and stuff that can drive a person crazy sometimes. And if you have that, and if you happen to have your heat gun near you, just take your heat gun, give it a quick, that's it. It'll get all those extra little hairs off, leave it cool for a second. And then I'll use the flip side as my stamp, because it's the flatter. You don't have to. You can use whatever side your heart desires. It doesn't matter to me. It's all in what you want. So, oh my gosh, if I don't clean today, I swear to gosh. Okay, so I'm just going to take my canvas. I'm going to actually get on camera because, wow, wouldn't that be a great thing? All right. And I'll try all three of my stamps that I made, except that yucky one that didn't. This one has some hairs on it. Like I said, I'll sit and pick if I find them. If not, whatever. So I'll just turn them over. Now, you can do one of two things. I'll show you in a minute. The one thing you can do is take your green ink pad or your acrylic paint or whatever you have, watercolor paint or whatever, and stamp these up. And the reason I use the flat side that was on the parchment paper or your nonstick surface is because it's flatter. Because when you put the glue down, it doesn't have all the bumps and grumps and all that. So I'm just going to ink these all up and make sure I get now, if you're going to use any kind of Christmas paper, like I know a lot of you guys took, a lot of you guys asked, and I sent you guys a lot of the you know, like a few sheets of Christmas paper that I had bought. You can put that on now if you want. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not, honestly, because I know a lot of people don't have it. And a lot of people have written me and, you know, don't have the ink, don't have the printer. And then you'll just go and push this down and you'll make little trees. And you can go over it with, you know, a green marker or whatever if it doesn't come out perfect. I'm not really worrying too much about it. I mean, it's hard for me to do on camera, to take my time to do it. So I'll probably go back over a few of them. That one came out really well. And then, and you can go in then with, if you do the stamps, you can go in with glitter glue and everything. And you can trace it with your, like, let's see, like, see this one? That come out very good. I mean, I love it. But to make it look more like a tree, you can go in with your, a marker or your acrylic paint or watercolor paint or whatever. And you can also add some glitter glue as little, like, balls, like you would decorate the tree, put a little star on top, whatever you want to do to decorate these trees. Now, for up here, I'm going to just lay these. And like I said, I'm not worrying that they're not perfect. I can go over them with a Sharpie marker, watercolor marker. It doesn't matter. Do it here. And let me grab, because I'm so prepared all the time. Let's see. I know I have them somewhere. Oops, that's me. Why wouldn't it be? She's dropping things everywhere. Make your own spray. I'm going to use this. This is Smooch Spritz. Not really fond of some of the colors of this, but this green is a cool color, and it's going to be light enough that it's not going to be too dark. And just give, so you can make your own acrylic paint and just give. And remember, when these bottles are empty, save them, and then you can make your own sprays. Some of these bottles really suck. This one you keep having to lift up the nozzle. Then I changed the way it shoots. See? God darn it. All right, one more spray here. And then it's ridiculous. Some of these companies should be ashamed of themselves of the stuff that they make. I swear to God. Whatever happened to product control? Anyway, you're getting the point. That's why sometimes it's just so much better to make your own. And if you want it shimmery, throw some Pearl X or go to the dollar store and get some eyeshadow. Make it. Call it a day. Because some of these, you spend so much money on these sprays. And honestly, you know. So then what I'll do is I will pick it up. Like I said, I'm not looking for perfection. You're just looking for. And then I'll just push it down to get my stamp there. Because really you're just adding. You're adding color, you're adding texture. That one came out really good. I'll put it here. And the thicker you make it, the better. I'm just going to press down to get whatever's on there. It's just going to add a little bit of color. It doesn't matter. It's the point. It's the mixed media. And then this one. Like I said, I really kind of oversprayed that one, but I don't care. And you guys get the point. Like I said, you might be better off to use your acrylic sprays. I should have pulled out a Delusions, but I don't have. Let's see if I can get a blue Delusions spray to work a little better. If you have a glitter, like a cool glitter spray, just to add a. See, I mean, that spray's, it's a little wet. I should have done it a little further away. But you can see so much better. Depends on what spray you use. And like I said, honestly, sometimes I think using your homemade sprays, you can make them a little thicker, a little better. And that, I love it. And like I said, that gives you the full, you know, and that's Delusions. They're expensive. If you get them on Blitsy, I have a link if you want a link. To get on Blitsy, they have Delusions probably maybe once a month or once every other month. They're awesome. But otherwise, how I make them is with food coloring and water, and you know, so that is it. Like I said, you know, the thicker you make the trees, the better. So if you want to make these even bigger and whatnot, then by all means. And then you have these great stamps. For me, this is perfect. I'm not worried about it. I can go over it with, like I said, I can trace it with a marker. I can put, let's see what this is. This is that blue. This is Perfect Pearls Mist Turquoise. Now this has a ball in it that's going to shake up all that glitter and mica on the bottom. I'm going to shake it real good, and I'm just going to spray. Now you're not going to see this right now because it has to dry and it adds a sheen. But like I said, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this dry, and then I will take my snowflakes, and then I'll put them in different places, and then I'll go from there and see, you know, what I want to add and what I want to do, and if I want to even add Christmas papers or whatever, maybe I'll add Christmas papers before I do the like, I don't know. I have to see what this looks like when it dries. And I see, like, right here, like if you have a Q-tip, you can just kind of go in, you know, and wipe it a little bit. But you can see it's definitely pearlized. You know, and I don't really like this right here on the dark blue of the green. So I'm just going to lift some of it up, maybe add some of it over here where there's nothing. And I might even go in with my what? What was I going to say? I forget what I was going to say. I might even go in with my what? I don't even know. Good Lord only knows. But anyway, like I said, right now I'm going to decide if I'm going to add some of my Christmas papers or if I'm just going to do a beautiful background with the snowflakes and then do the angel on top. You, however, make your decision on how you want it to be. I am going to go over these trees that I did in the Stays On ink pads. And I might even stamp a few more of those trees with that because I like this look, and go in and trace it with a green permanent marker so they stick out better. I might do that because I'm not really happy with the spray that I had chosen. What are you going to do? And that's it. But that's part of mixed media. I mean, that's mixed media. There's no mistakes. You just look at it and say, okay, I'm not digging on that. What am I going to do? And you see, I just have this paper towel that I'm sopping up a lot of this extra spray, and I'm going around on top of my things and just adding the color everywhere so it blends. No big deal. Like I said, I'm loving these glue trees. Loving, 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 loving. So I'm going to add more of those definitely. And like I said, I'm going to add my snowflakes next, and I'm going to glitter them up. And you can glitter them with whatever. If you don't have glitter glue, wipe them with a glue stick or white school glue, and then pour, you know, sprinkle glitter on them. Whatever, get them down. Do it after you put them down, and you're going to have awesomeness. So I'm very excited. And I've already decided, I'm going to let you know, I'm going to make her dress in a red glitter paper. Now, what you can do is take a piece of cardstock or printer paper, and the dress is going to be a triangle. So make it bigger than you think you're going to use, but you can already glitter up your paper. I have a piece that's already glittered red, but you can make your own if you want to have a glitter red, because I want the dress to pop. So you can make your own and just put your white glue down, sprinkle red glitter on it, or if you have glitter glue, you can do that. But if you have glitter glue already, wait till you already put the dress on her and then glitter glue. It'll be a lot easier for you. But I know I'm going to add that on here to really make it pop, and a whole mess of different little things. But those are some ideas I wanted to share with you. Tracy, I got your email finally. I don't know how, it must have got lost in cyberspace. I wrote you back. I have a lot of requests that I'm going to get to. Somebody asked me, oh gosh, her name starts with an M. I am so horrible with names, excuse me. For me to do a card, it's a CAD card a day, and I didn't know what it was. And what it is the index cards a day, kind of like a mixed media ATC kind of thing, but they're index cards. So I don't know about doing them a day, but I'd like to do them once a week maybe, and add that in with my art journaling once a week. So if you guys are interested in doing a CAD, now that I can be hip and say the real name to it instead of card a day, and never dawned on me that that was what it was called. Okay, yes, that's Kelly. If you guys are interested in doing that with me, I think that's a lot of fun. I think it's fun for beginners. I think it's fun for us who, when we're not feeling well, you know, something to do that you're doing something artistic, but you're not, you know, you don't have to sit down for a couple hours and do it. And, you know, let me know if you guys, you know, want to do it. You can get the index cards very inexpensively at the dollar store. And if you don't have them, I can give you, they're the size of an ATC card, but I can give you the measurements and you can just cut them out of printer paper. You know what I mean? And have a stack of your own or out of whatever kind of paper you have. So we can do that. And if you guys are interested in that once a week, I'd love to do that. And let me know if you want a theme or if you just want me to do whatever comes to mind on that day or whatever. This week, we're going to do another art journal page for like art journal for beginners. You can go back a few videos and see like the first one that we did that was very simple. A lot of people loved it and did it, and I was thrilled to death. And so we'll go on and we'll just move slowly towards, you know, getting more and more involved in doing art journaling. There's so many wonderful things, so many wonderful ways. If I do something, how do you say? I'm trying to think. If I use a paper, if I use something, I know a lot of you are very tight for money. You cannot leave the house. Like I said, I don't mind scanning in papers for you, you know, a few papers here and there for you that you can print out and use at home. So again, knitting and things at netzero.com. It's on my main page underneath my about, and just email me, and or you can leave me a comment on YouTube and say, hey, you know what? Do you have like a few sheets of different blue papers because I want to try something, or different this shade papers or whatever? And I'll gladly scan them in and I will gladly email them to you so you can print them out and at least have, you know, different papers to work with, because I know how hard it can get. And if you are able to go to the stores, never pass up the clearance racks of scrapbook papers that you can get for like 15 cents, 10 cents sometimes. I have stacks of them because I never pass them up, because I always can use them for something. Like I might put them on here that have nothing to, I don't even know what I might do. So, okay, I'm done blabbing on and on, boring the hell out of you guys. I'm going to be having another clay video coming up soon. I'm sorry to everybody who continues to email me and say, I need another clay video. I'm getting there, I promise. I have some questions I have to answer from y'all. I have a lip and nose video that I'm going to be doing coming up. Connie asked for me if I was going to do lips, if I can also do some noses. So I'm going to be doing that, and that'll be coming up probably later on tonight. And I hope if you're doing this along with me, the glue gun technique worked. If you're not going to do the glue gun technique and you don't have stamps, you're free at this point to add your scrapbook paper and just go to town. Or just add your snowflakes. Make the whole thing snowflakes. Do whatever you want. It's yours. So that's about it. So be kind to each other, because you never know what battle somebody else is fighting. Thank you again for all your beautiful, beautiful, beautiful emails. I'm trying to hit everybody and write back to everybody. I'm slow. I keep writing to everybody, say, I got your email. I'll be writing back. I'm really slow getting through them because there's so many and I love them. So keep them coming. And I shall see you again in my next video. Any questions, as always, just let me know. Any requests, as always, let me know. And also, I wanted to say that, oh, what was her name? Lisa Richardson, who I showed the demo for the Harlequin, the diamond stencil. She did one, and she did it out of craft foam, the thinnest craft foam, and it came out awesome. Something I want to tell you guys also, if you do that and you use the thin craft foam, save these pieces that you cut out as the triangles and then glue them to a piece of cardboard or another piece of foam, and then you have a stamp. So then you have these as your stamps. Just hot glue them on in the pattern, you know, that you want. So then you have a stamp, and then you also have a stencil. Lisa, love what you did, and thank you guys. I will talk to you later. Bye.